All right. Welcome to a vintage cube draft. I had a little OBS issue, but my first pick was a Mana Vault, which I did select over like Ocelot Pride. Nothing else too exciting. Second pick, I'm probably just going to stock up. I love stock up. Fetchland is good too, don't get me wrong, but I think those are the only two cards you really should consider out of this pack after first picking Mana Vault. Maybe wheel a little cheeky Trinket Mage. Actually, I don't think this pack is good enough for that, but Strand, Vacuum, Collapse. Yeah, probably, maybe Ghost Vacuum, I don't know. But I'm happy enough taking stock up. I think stock up is awesome. Oh, key to go with Mana Vault, Wheel PO. Could this be another paradoxical outcome draft? Let's see if we can make that happen. Let's see. I'm trying to think. So if I take key, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can get there. And this is powered cube, so the keys have additional utility and all that. Yeah, this will be good. All right, and here, there's Pyroblast and Fracture Identity and Lutri. Lutri PO is sick, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to like go into this assuming I want to do that. I kind of just want to take Pyroblast. I just like really cheap cards. Fractured is nice with Mana Vault, it's true. Maybe I should just take that. I don't think I want to take Emperor of Bones, and I think I'll take Fractured over Lutri. I think that's fine. And then look, now there's an easy enough Hallowed Fountain. All right. Over, this is a Tendrils of Agony. Over what, an Abrade? Breeding Pool? Yeah, this isn't even that I didn't even really give up much. All right, well, the Fractured pick, I think, worked out. All right, last 2 days, I got kind of smashed, so it'd be nice to do a little better this time. Oh, and in order to enable that, we're taking Pinnacle Emissary. I mean, I could take Thundering Falls, but I don't think I need to go into Jeskai without having a good red card. And Pinnacle Emissary I found to be pretty strong in the right deck. So I want to continue playing with this card and see if I can get a little more mileage out of it. And then here, whoa, there's some action here. There's a Pyrogoyf, a Gadgeteer, an Upheaval, and an LED. I love LED, you know I do. I don't pass it often, but I kind of think Upheaval is what I'm looking for here. It's just so good with Mana Vault. Okay. I like Gadgeteer too, but I find the artifact decks that have Upheaval just have this like reset/I win button that is not like always available. It costs a lot of mana, but imagine even with just Mana Vault in play, the Upheaval is pretty dangerous. And if you have like Mana Vault Key and maybe, I don't know, one other artifact that produces mana, you could really go hard. A 7th pick LED is a shame I have to pass that up. This pack, Jite, True Name, all the cards people love. I could take Staff of the Storyteller. It's kind of nice. This makes tokens. I don't know, seems reasonable. Or there's also Ketria Triome, but if you can actually get Staff going, I think that card's pretty sweet. Now there's an Oust and a Voice of Victory and a Candelabra. Well, the sad part is I think I'm kind of supposed to take Oust. Chalice is also nice with Manifold Key. The problem with Oust is it doesn't actually work all that well with like an Upheaval, big game plan. All right, let's take Candelabra. Let's just take Candelabra, just in case. Just in case we get a library out. Stomping Ground, I think, is just by far the best card here. It's a better red-green card than Lumberjack, I think. So I'd rather just take the Stomping Ground if we're that concerned. There's also Descendant of Storms, but I'm not too worried about that. Look, everyone has their leaks. Candelabra is one of mine. PO didn't wheel. All right, well, that's a damn shame, isn't it? I guess I'll take Eagles of the North. I guess if no one wanted Greaves or Bleachbone Burge, Eagles, yeah, I'm surprised. PO usually wheels, but we'll be okay. That would have been nice. Oh, Sin is just a really strong card. I've been really impressed by Sin, so I'm just going to take it. I don't really know what the people around me are necessarily drafting, but in a pack like this, hating the best card, I think is good. And then here, I'm not that likely to play any of these. I'll take the Sowing Mycospawn. I think that's like slightly more likely. Oh, Sunbellow Verge, I think I'm more likely to play. All right. Well, besides giving up the Oust, I do have a pretty decent start to just like kind of blue-white. Then I opened a Mystic Confluence, which is not amazing by any stretch, but better than Sunfall, I think. That might wheel. There's also Prismatic Ending, Containment Priest Jace, but I'm a pretty big Mystic Confluence enjoyer. So I have Manifold Key, Mana Vault, Pinnacle Emissary, and upheaval kind of pointing me in the artifacts direction. I have Stock Up, Mystic Confluence, Fracture Identity, Staff as pretty reasonable, just blue-white cards. Well, we'll see kind of where we go. Now that the PO hasn't wheeled, I'm a lot less inclined to go for artifact stuff, but if I get past Urza, Academy, Tinker, one of those things, I could obviously change my mind. Ultima, Path, Miscalc, Days. I do like Days. This doesn't look like an amazing Days deck. I might just take Miscalc. I like Miscalc. I've got some good expensive stuff. And I think having counters is pretty nice. Oh, wow. Ragavan and Tamiyo, but I'm just going to take Little Teferi. All right, we're probably drafting more blue-white here. So I used a couple picks on artifacts, but I think this will still work out fairly nicely. And who knows, if I get like another thing for Manifold Key, Pinnacle Emissary, Candelabra if I'm lucky. Look, the Candelabra pick, I made that eyes wide open. Yeah, I'll take Teferi over Delta and Tamiyo. I like Tamiyo, but I found Teferi to be awesome. Oh, Feywild and White Plume. I guess I'll take White Plume. Okay, we are not drafting artifacts at this point. The Oust would have been nice, it's true. Passing a Feywild, but I'm okay with that. White Plume, I think, is quite a bit better. I mean, turn on Mana Vault, turn 2 Feywild is definitely better than turn 2 White Plume in that scenario, but just casting White Plume on 3 on the play can be really good too. You don't need any acceleration to do that. In this pack, there's a Bauble, but we're not really doing that. There's Teferi and Ugin in VV, but I'm not taking VV here. Ugin is a better card than Teferi. I think I'm just going to take Ugin, and maybe I'll go have enough big mana, because I do really, it would be nice to use the upheaval. I just find Teferi Hero of Dominator to be fine, but not, it's kind of like Jace the Mind Sculptor, which sad to say at this point is kind of an average blue card. Like for the amount of mana you pay for those, oh no, my own worst enemy, Mox Opal. There's also No More Lies. Yeah, I'm just supposed to take No More Lies at this point. I don't think I'm running an Opal deck. It just doesn't look like that is open, so congrats. I have been bullied out of artifacts successfully. But I don't mind this, especially if Ultima and Sunfall, I'm looking for either of those or both to wheel. That would be pretty nice. So ended up, like I said, down mostly an Oust. Obviously I took Manifold Key over good cards, but that was early enough that I feel like that was a fine pick to be. But the Oust was the biggest thing I gave up, where it was like not clear where I was going to go. All right, well, I'm going to take Tundra over decent playables, but a second blue-white untapped land is just awesome. Now I have those two plus the Eagles. I'm pretty much set. It actually is kind of good that PO didn't wheel and Eagles did, because now I'm less likely to chase the dragon here, because, PO, Mox Opal, Mana Vault, like that, now we're really talking. Also, if I open Time Vault, I got the key, so there's that too. But, all right, I like how this is going. Things have been open enough, and I have 2 2-mana counters, a 5-mana counter, some good card draw. Fractured is good. Maybe I don't play the Upheaval. That's fine. Oh, and JVP. I think I like JVP over Talisman of Progress. Yeah, Talisman's good, but JVP's great. Be good with Oust. Well, we'll see where we end up. All right. Prismatic Ending wheeled, but so did Sunfall, and this is looking like a pretty good Sunfall deck. Ultima came back, but I just took Sunfall, though Teferi Ultima is a really strong combo. You +1 Teferi, cast this on their turn, like on their upkeep, and it ends their turn. They don't draw a card for a turn, all that. I don't want Seraph Paragon. I'm just deciding if I want Subtlety, and I think I do. Subtlety, I think, adds more dimension to my deck. I do love splashing Uro in these kinds of deck. I have no way to do that. I should probably just take Lightning Bolt and not play it. Or maybe if I get enough red lands, play it. It's just the strongest card by a lot. Oh, Absent is nice. I'll pick that up. I'm not playing any of these cards. I think the strongest is one of those 3. I think I'll take Name Sticker. I don't know. Okay, someone can get a last pick. Then Godless Shrine plus Rafine? Yeah, maybe got something going on there. All right. Well, we're officially off artifacts and on to blue-white. And looking for some nice acceleration. Wouldn't be bad. It's got to be Chrome Mox over Mox Diamond, I think. This is not so much a Mox Diamond deck. And I think Chrome Moxing out a White Plume or a Jace or a Teferi is really good. Yeah. I think that this is going to work out better. Chrome Mox is good with Eagles, too. Put the Eagles under the Mox. All right, not the Mox I'm hoping to first pick, but what can you do? Past Brain Freeze the same direction I passed LED, but it was a 7th pick LED, so I don't know how likely it is that someone went that direction meaningfully. Who knows? I'm going to take Chrome Mox and be not happy exactly, but okay with it. Okay, what do we got here? Hole Breacher is just, I don't think is that good without a draw 7. Honestly, I'm probably just going to take Scalding Tarn, just take another fetch land. Plus, Tarn means that maybe I can get Bolt in, because I also have Sunbillow Verge. I don't know. Lightning Bolt's a really strong card. Like, it'd be nice to be able to play it. I'm not going to go too far to do that, but it is actually fine to splash Lightning Bolt as removal. Okay. So I've got really good mana. Just need to pick up some good interaction, pretty much. I've got decent finishers. I've got, what, a White Plume, an Ugin. Yeah, I mean, I could use another finisher, I suppose, if one is in the offering. And here, here there's a Felia. Felia is a great card. It's great with White Plume. It's good with Planeswalkers, or okay at least with Planeswalkers. Good with Mana Vault. Good with Staff of the Storyteller. So let's take that. And I don't think I need Raugrin Triumph. I need playables at this point. Right now I'm at basically like 25 lands, so I kind of need like 7 or 8 playables. So we'll see. Elspeth is another 5, but it is really good. Steam Vents is kind of like selecting an additional playable in Lightning Bolt and maybe even Pinnacle Emissary. This wouldn't be a crazy Pinnacle Emissary deck. But I could also just take Occult Epiphany or Elspeth. Occult Epiphany is really good at fighting over the initiative. Elspeth is just a solid card, but I do have a lot of 5s already. Let's just take the Epiphany, and because it slots into the curve a little bit better. I've thought Epiphany is pretty good. I don't have any particular synergy with it besides, I guess, White Plume. Though it's good at discarding like a Chrome Mox later in the game, that sort of thing. Okay. I'm not going to get more acceleration is my guess. Here's an Ajani, an Othari, Council's Judgment. I mean, this looks like a fine place for Ajani. It's not like I have any particular combos with it, but it's a good card. I don't think I want to take Dak. I don't think I want to take Othari the same reason. Just another 5 is not as good. And Council's Judgment is good. But Ajani's just a great card. I think I'll just take that, even though I don't, like I said, I don't have a deck that particularly works well with Ajani, or it doesn't have any special combos with it. Though I guess Staff of the Storyteller, and Felia. No, those are some combos. Staff's gotten better with this Occult Epiphany as well. So, okay. I don't mind. This is a nice little fair deck here. Oh man, I really like Lorien Revealed. Flage is also great, but I think I'm supposed to just take Lose Focus here and then hope Wandering Emperor or one of those comes back. Let's see. I technically have a Displacer Kitten Infinite with like Vault and Teferi, but I'm just not a big Displacer Kitten believer. Lose Focus is great. I already have 1 Land Cycler and 3 blue-white duels, so I should just take Lose Focus. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 cards will be back. If someone takes Enlightened Tutor, because they have like, an Enlightened Tutor deck, then I think I have a good shot of wheeling something there. This pack, I'm probably just going to take Headliner Scarlet, and maybe I'll even splash it. It's a great card. I just think it's the best card here, so I should just take it. And then here, I'll probably take Ponder over Luminarch. I've got a bunch of 2s. Ponder's great. I've got a Fetch. I've got a Land Cycler. It's really nice with Jace, too. I don't know. I think Ponder is a very good card. And then here, Good King Mog or Fresh Start or Enduring Innocence. Probably not Enduring Innocence. I have, Occult Epiphany, Staff, Jace, Felia, Ajani. Fresh Start is totally fine, but I'm a pretty big fan of Good King Mog. Feels like another expensive card wouldn't be too bad. And then here, I could take Jetmir's Gardens as just like a red-white land if I wanted to play a little bit of that. I could take Thalia. It's pretty bad in my deck, but there are decks I would definitely board it in against. I'm not a Cryogen Relic deck. I could take Unholy Heat. Am I really going to splash Bolt and Heat? I could. I think I'm a little more likely to want to do that than take Jetmir's Garden. I don't know. I don't really want Jetmir's Garden in my deck all that much. Could have taken Thalia as a sideboard card, I guess, but if I wasn't really paying attention to random lands, but if there was one that came back, maybe I could play these red cards. And then here, probably just hate the Pyrokinesis. I think that's the best card here. Certainly the best against me. Oh, Thraben is nice. I will definitely play that card. Oh, and Council's Judgment came back? Nice. Okay, someone didn't take the Enlightened Tutor. I'll take Hildebrand Mandeville. I could consider playing this card. I've got a Godless Shrine. And that gives me... Oh, but I can't even fetch... Oh, I have one way to fetch Godless Shrine. It's Eagles. Well, let's see where we at on playables. I actually think I have enough that I don't need to do that. All right. Taking a look at this deck. I mean, if I play it like this, this is 16 lands plus Chromox and Eagles and Mana Vault. So it's probably like 1 over. Oh, I guess I can't use these planes because I think I'm going to play more than that. Let's see. So 5 planes is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 white. And that leaves room for probably too many islands. I mean, my mana is really good. I could also splash red. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 14, 15 lands. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I should probably just take out an island for another plains here. So 10 blue, 3, 6, 10 blue plus Chromox, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 white plus Mox. I mean, that is pretty perfect. And with the Mana Vault too, this is now 15 lands plus Eagles, Mox, and Mana Vault. It's kind of like 18 sources. So if I don't want to play another land, I could play Godless Shrine and Hildebrand Mandeville, but Godless Shrine isn't fetchable by Tarn, so 2 mana, your creature tokens get +1/+1 is just not a very good card. I don't think I want Upheaval. It's only good if I draw Mana Vault at this point, and I guess Chromox. If I played Mountain, Sunbillow, Verge, I could play Bolt, Headliner. And I have to like cut a card. Or I could just play another land. It's not that bad to play another land. Or, yeah, I mean, I've got a Rafine there too, but I'm not playing that. Or I could play that Oust I didn't take instead of the Candelabra in my sideboard. I have what? Stock Up, Occult Epiphany, Jace, Ponder. I have some pretty good draw, so I mean, it might not be bad just to play another land here and have a more consistent deck. Or play Godless Shrine, Hildebrand Mandeville, and I'd have 2 black sources and a card that gives my tokens +1/+1 plus me. I mean, the Hildebrand would be good in the deck. Or I just splash Lightning Bolt. Maybe that's better because I could take out Plains, Island, put in. No, I don't need to splash Bolt. Let's. Because if I play Hildebrand, my mana doesn't get worse at all. Like I get to swap a Plains for a Godless Shrine, which isn't like that bad. All right. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I have to go get one of those. All right. I'm going to start with the Hildebrand, I think. I'd rather just have a card I can always play on 2. And then I've got mountains in the sideboard. There's a chance I want to side in a plan of like Sunbillow, Verge, Bolt, Headliner, Mountain, and cut Hildebrand, Godless Shrine, Island, and then like one other playable. All right. Pretty solid deck. My teammates have some nice ones, though. So Dark Poet Bill has a Emerald, Skull Clamp, bunch of mana dorks into like Nadu 6, Spellbinder, Lingering Soul, Seasoned Engineer, Palace Jailer. Yeah, pretty nice cards. Good mana. 3 fetch lands is a lot. Verdant, Windswept, Wooded. So up to some pretty cool stuff for sure. And then Sam Rolfe obviously took my Paradoxical Outcome for his Basalt Monolith, Grim Monolith, VV, Urza, Time Spiral, Urza Saga deck. Yeah, all right. Steel Cutter. Yeah, there's some cool stuff going on. The Mox Opal, all that. And then Sven's deck. Oof. Sven has Time Vault to untap with Tezzeret or use with Saheeli. Tinker to go get it or Jar, Portal, and Blightsteel. Hull Breacher for the Jar. Time Walk with Tameo. Daze, Memory Lapse, a Mox Diamond, Mystical Tutor, Imperial Seal, Chromatic Star, Sensei's Top. Yeah, this deck is awesome. Lutri Companion too. All right, well, Sven's deck is money. I think my deck is solid. Could go for a 2-1 with a stretch goal of 3-0. Let's see if we can do it. Let's get to round 1. All right, I'm on the play here. All right, this is a very solid hand. Turn 1, Thraben. Turn 2, leave up Cracking Clue or No More Lies. Turn 3, not sure. We don't have a real play for turn 3 yet. And then turn 4, Subtlety. Turn 5, Good King, Mog. I don't even really want to sack my fetch here. Oh, Thraben is the natural predator for Ragavan. Ragavan's a great card. Better than Thraben Inspector, but I certainly won that exchange. Oh, I'm going to play a Johnny. And I can probably even afford to attack here. Gonna have to have 2 removal spells. And I guess I'm just asking for it. I could have left up No More Lies, but it feels like this is the best turn to tap out for a Johnny, and I don't really want to wait till 4. So if they can play their 2-drop. Dragon's Rage Channeler, sure. Into anything? Thoughtseize? No. Draw. Fractured Identity, huh? Send in the Cat Warrior. The Ajani is also not like anything special in my deck, so if they use a removal spell on Thraben, then attack with Ragavan, I'll just block with Ajani. I'll trade Ajani for Ragavan and have a cat beat left over. Sounds fine to me. I kind of don't want to sack Scalding Tarn because I would rather draw lands, and I already have Tundra to get. It's not like I have to get Meticulous Archive or anything like that. So I'm kind of assuming I'm going to use No More Lies this turn, but we'll have to see. Robber of the Rich. I have 4 cards. They have 4 cards. Okay. That's fine by me. Attack with Robber and Ragavan? No, just Robber? All right. Just double block. Again, the Ajani is not like some absurd card in my deck. I don't have Skull Clamp. I don't have really anything that combos with it. So trading it for a 2/2 sounds fine to me. And then end of turn, because getting to crack my clue is really nice. All right. And still don't really need to crack that fetch, I don't think. All right, let's play Hallowed Fountain untapped. Pass the turn here. Now I don't really want to send, and I don't think I'm in a big hurry. My late game is certainly better than my opponent's. Well, not certainly better, but I would be willing to believe that it is better. I think it likely is. All right. And this, I'm going to take the advantage of, take the time to cast Subtlety, because getting to land that and then have No More Lies up later, or just play Good King Mog seems pretty great. Don't think they're putting that one on top. And let's see what they got. Any burn spells? Nothing, just random dorks. All right, so if I draw a land, I'll slam Good King Mog. If I don't, I'll probably just leave mana up for No More Lies. Either way seems pretty good to me. Okay, so if I'm playing Good King Mog, I can attack with the cat. I guess I could attack with Thraben also. It's not really like Ragavan's getting through here. You gonna trade Ragavan for this Cat Warrior? Is it finally gonna do that? So it's funny because like you don't really want to trade Ragavan for a much worse creature, but the way the game's going, Ragavan's really not. It's gonna participate in combat. Oh, getting abraded. Sure. Okay. I assume they didn't put here. Now I have to check if they put Saboteur. They had to have put it on the bottom. Yeah, they did. All right, well, take 2. And the Good King Mog is here. And, you know, if I never cast No More Lies this game, I'm okay with that too. Good King Mog gives me 2 1/2 lifelinks. And then the next 2 turns, whenever I cast a non-creature spell on my turn, I get a copy of a non-saga token I control. So I can, that was so you couldn't clone this and then just go nuts cloning it. Get another Moogle or get a cat, but you can just puts 2 +1/+1 counters on your Moogles. So it's probably Moogles that I want to do. What is this? Mind Twist for 3? Oh, yeah, I mean, that's good, but I kind of feel like Good King Mog is probably going to get the job done here. Okay, especially since that has to attack. Oh, this has flying? Huh, I didn't even know that one had flying. Well, I'm going to win now, I guess, but I could have eaten the Dragon's Rage Channeler. They kind of want to block a Moogle here. I saw it light up to block. I'm like, why is that lighting up to block? And I just have never had the flying come up. All right, good beats. Well, they shouldn't have cast Mind Twist before attacking then. They should have second mained it. All right, they did finally trade off Ragavan. And I drew lose focus, so it's actually going to give me a slight advantage that I didn't block with the Good King Mog, because I think I'm going to win this game. Obviously, if I lose this game, because this doesn't apply. But let's say I win this game. Now, they might think I still don't know this has flying. To be fair, look at this card. This card's incomprehensible. So, you know, I think I have history on my side here. Let's see what they do here. All right. Is this even going to get you out of this is the thing. I guess if they had something to kill Good King Mog, they'd go to 3. But Grave Titan over here is getting the job done. Okay. And I've hit them low enough that like Fire Covenant isn't an out. Shield's Edict doesn't do anything. I mean, there are definitely some removal spells that can kill it. But given that I have counter unless you pay $1 million, Death on Ragavan? Okay, that doesn't even save them, so sure. Because Good King Mog, in fact, does have flying, as we have now discussed. Well, my 2 draws after Mind Twist were pretty good. Not that it, I think, really matters, because it doesn't look like I have to cast anything else this game. And I have the Unholy Heat, so they can't have that. Yeah. You can block the cat and take 6 either way. Good King Mog takes it down. All right, playing against red-black dudes. I kind of do want the red here. Is there any way I can justify Pyrokinesis? Probably not, unfortunately. So put in those 2. I'll take out a Plains and an Island. Take out Hildebrand. Why are my 2 cards down? I took out Plains Island. I took out Hildebrand and... Oh, I took out Godless Shrine. So I took out an extra Plains. Gotcha. Okay. I was confused. So now I want Lightning Bolt and... I mean, Headliner Scarlet is a really good card. If I'm defensive, it's a little less good. Maybe against this matchup, I just want Bolt Unholy Heat. And I have 3 sources to get those. Okay. I could also, let's say I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have a lot of white sources. I'm going to take out a Plains for 1 more mountain. I think I would like to make sure I cast those cards. I do need to cut a card to get the Unholy Heat in. Staff of the Storyteller. No, I like that one. Johnny looks great as just like putting stuff into play. Sunfall, I assume, is good. I could cut Ugin. Looks a little slow. All right, I'm on the draw. Maybe on the play, I might want it, especially if I see that they have more high end. But I think just boarding into a bunch of removal and trying to, land one of my good card advantage things. All right, I'll run this one. Turn on Ragavan would be annoying. Dragon's Rage is fine. Okay, if I draw something that I want to pitch here, I might Chrome Mox. But as things currently stand... So I'd have to pitch Unexpectedly Absent. Nah, actually, I don't mind that. I feel like getting a move on is good. And if they killed Jace, that's fine. This also lets me cast Subtlety on turn 3. I don't even have double white for Absent, so I don't feel like I'm missing out on that much by doing this. Okay, Bloodline Harvester. Blood Tithe Harvester, rather. Sure. That can kill my Jace. If I find a Bolt here, it'd be pretty nice. That's why I boarded them in, right? Oh, Stock Up's really nice. I have enough stuff to discard already, so let's just loot first. Yeah, I can discard Eagles easily. Play Mountain. Okay, so Mind Twist and then Stock Up, picking up Fractured, and I think Teferi, just the big cards. I don't think I want Thraben here. And then next turn, hopefully I can leave up mana for Subtlety. It depends on how much pressure they put me under. I guess I might have to pitch cast Subtlety here, but I really don't want to do that. It's going to be hard to win the game if I do that. Especially since I think there's a decent chance the Blood Tithe wants to kill the Jace. No, they're just whacking me. All right, so it's a little risky. If I went like fetch, removal spell, flip Jace, it'd be pretty good. But I guess we'll see what their follow-up is. If they have another creature... What I'll probably do is play Island and say go. Ooh, no creature, no using blood, nothing. Okay, this will be the most telegraphed Subtlety in the world, but I am okay with that. And then I'm leaving Jace untapped to block the Dragon's Rage Channeler. Okay, 2 mana. Shieldred's Edict. Each one sacks a non-token creature. All right, let's loot first. Yeah, I can discard a plains here. I'm running a little dangerous because if they abrade my Mox, that could be a problem. Oh, they surveilled a Gristlebrand? That's pretty lucky. That could be a problem. I mean, they had a blood token, so if they see Gristlebrand, they could also discard it, but... Alright, I think I'm just going to cast Subtlety here. I feel like the odds that they play a creature there when they didn't play one last turn are pretty low, and if this works, I get to eat up Dragon's Rage, which is pretty good. I'm already up a card that way. I'm worried they're going to reanimate Gristlebrand, but there's not much I can do. Well, they did play a 3-mana creature, but discarded 2 lands. That's not so bad. All right, take my turn here. Okay. Oh, Mana Vault. That's interesting. What does that? Doesn't really open the door for anything too exciting. I could Fracture Identity the Seasoned Pyro, but I don't really have 2 cards I want to discard all that much. I could Teferi something. I could Council's Judgment something. Maybe I Council's Judgment the Blood Tithe. I'm also a little worried about Mind Twist. I've got options, but nothing here is really standing out to me all that much. Play Teferi +1 it. And play Mana Vault. I'm 1 short of casting Fractured in that case, but that insulates me fairly well against Mind Twist. All right. Guess I'm okay with that. And then pass, no attacks. The biggest issue here is if they kill my Subtlety, they get to kill Teferi. But there's just nothing to minus here. And I really don't want to spew one of these when they have a Gristlebrand in the graveyard, especially the Fractured. I don't know. We'll see. I'm discarding another land here, maybe? Oh, Generous Plunder. Okay. If they kill my Teferi, they kill my Teferi. Because the other thing I can do is cast most of my cards, then Fracture the Pyromancer as a refill. Which is acceptable, but not exciting. If they attack with Blood Tithe, they can get a trade in. I'm happy to do that. They can attack with both. It wouldn't be crazy to attack with the Seasoned Pyro here, actually. But, okay, they did. All right, that's fine. I'll just eat the Seasoned Pyro. If they want to make tokens, that I'm fine with. If that's the best thing they got going on. It feels like that's probably not. Okay, Exhume. All right, we're doing it. They already played their land, which is nice. Yeah, I'll get Jace back over Eagles. Which means they can't, most likely can't make me discard this turn, though. And even if they do, I have now Jace Fractured, so they'd have to have 2 ways to do it. Okay. Because if I get to land Fracture Identity on Gristlebrand and then attack them, that could be a pretty big game. And then I could flip Jace 2 and +1 it on like the Blood Tithe. I guess we'll see. They have 8 cards in hand because they use the Gristlebrand. They might kill Teferi and or Jace and or Subtlety, some combination of those things. They're playing a red deck and they have a million cards in hand. Braid the Jace, okay. Okay, take my turn here. Good King Mog. Well, that doesn't unfortunately do anything, but let's go Fracture the Gristlebrand. There's nothing they can do right now. Actually, let's just pay 7 life, go to 6, because I want to hit a land drop and have some counters up. Yeah, so let's just go Island plus Teferi. Do I attack with Subtlety? That puts them into lethal range. It's probably okay. Famous last words. I don't know. I have a Gristlebrand out and 2 counters, so it feels like I'll discard a Tarn here. It feels like this ought to be pretty reasonable. I also have a Cult Epiphany, and the Blood Tide doesn't kill me if it connects, so. Fear of missing out, okay. I don't mind that. I'm going to discard a big thing and try to reanimate it. No, they discard a mountain. I mean, if they don't attack, they're just dead here. Okay, well, they can't play spells right now, so I guess I'll Occult Epiphany for 3 because of Teferi. I mean, I'm showing them a new card, but I don't really care about showing them Occult Epiphany. Here, I'll show them Lightning Bolt because I don't always have it in my deck. And Ponder, get 3 tokens. Fail to untap the Mana Vault. And I think pick up a dub here. I don't even know what they could have, given the fact that there's a Teferi in play. So I guess I should probably just take a little pick here for my team, just so if they lose and the game closes, then we don't lose that. All right. There we go. Boom. All right. Got a match. Let's go. All right. I want to check in. This is the end of round 1. I'm playing William Regal on top, and my teammate Sven just cast Time Walk and Loot Treat it with a Seafaring Werewolf in play, and now has the Monarch. It's going to take 2 more turns from here. So let's see if we can figure out a way to win. So he has this turn and another turn, drawing basically an extra 2 cards a turn. 1 from the Monarch, and is going to loot off the Stowaway. The last turn got to straight up even draw. See if we can string together a win here. And again, we're playing against this Naya deck next round, but my teammate taking a triple Time Walk turn. I wanted to see what was up with that. Maybe he finds Tamiyo to keep going. Oh, Tezzeret. Okay, doesn't have the Time Vault, but is searching for Chromatic Star. Sure. Play Chromatic Star. Tezzeret gets a counter here. And we're cracking Star now. No, Storm Chaser's down. Oh, next turn can get back Time Walk. So is this lethal? Let's see. You attack. Yeah, this is lethal. Attack for 4 down to 10. Take an extra turn. Next turn, level 2 the Storm Chaser's talent. Get back Time Walk. Take another turn. Attack for 6, and then take the extra turn and attack for another 5 or 6, whatever. Mystical Tutor. Oh, stop. He's already dead. What are you getting with Mystical Tutor? Is there even anything more that Sven needs to get here? We're going to be 2-2 in this round. I won, and Sven is going to win here. Getting Tinker. Sure, could also just Tinker for Time Vault. That's also an option here. And I'm going to play against 4th Year Lingus Pyroblast. Oh, I knew I should have taken that Pyroblast. That card is going to get me. Yeah, I mean, as long as it doesn't hit Fracture Identity or Mystic Confluence or like Subtlety, it's not that bad. Countering like a No More Lies with it, I mean, it's good still. Pyroblast is just a very good card against me, but it's not the end of the world. All right, yeah, sure, get back Time Walk here. Maybe the only reason not to do that is you could lose to Endurance, but looks like that isn't on the docket here. And Sven taking 4 turns in a row to win this game. I guess with the Time Vault would have also taken 4 turns in a row or more. And there we go. All right, William Regal, let's do it. All right, on the draw here, and it's probably another matchup where I'm boarding in Bolt, if I had to guess, but we'll see. Yeah, I'll run this. I don't think I'm supposed to mulligan it. It's not the best. Ocelot Pride. I mean, Ocelot Pride on the play is going to be tough for me, kind of no matter what. I do have a Sunfall, so yeah, we're already kind of in like, wow, where's my Sunfall? It's turn 2. Well, it's because they had a sick 1-2 play on the, or sick 1 and 2 on the play. All right, well now, Johnny was a really good draw, so let's play a Johnny. I can chump Ocelot Pride with the Cat Warrior token. Exalted Ocelot Pride is pretty gnarly. And then I'll have a flip to Johnny, which doesn't even really do that much. Surak. No attacks. Okay. Well, okay. Ugin obviously is expensive, but it means if I find Mana Vault, I've got some game here. And still do want Sunfall. Though turn 5 Mystic Confluence could clean things up into turn 6 summon Good King Mog, or maybe just turn 5 Good King Mog. Drawing Chrome Mox next turn would be kind of interesting. Okay. And so I could block. I don't think I want to block here. Selfless Spirit. Well, Sunfall gets around that nicely, so still very much looking for that. Oh, Unexpectedly Absent isn't bad. I guess I'll loot with Jace here. I don't think I'm blocking with it. Yeah, I'll discard a land. That's fine. There's enough reasons that I've got enough things I can use here that I think it's worth doing it. I might have to give William Regal a card here and Unexpectedly Absent the Surrock. Whenever you or a creature you control becomes the target of a spell or ability, draw cards. An opponent controls, of course. And then I can play Good King Mog next turn. I guess that's going to be the jam. Okay. Attack with Selfless Spirit too? No, just that. All right, well, I think I'll give you a card. Unexpectedly Absent for 2 here. So it's under the next 2 cards. Let's see what you got as follow-up. Sanguine Evangelist. All right, that's going to be pretty annoying. Any Sunfalls? I think I draw again here, because if I draw Sunfall, I would just slam it. I think I discard Island again, play a land, and I think I just play Good King Mog. It actually blocks fairly well. Let's see. Well, let's hold on a second. Do I want to leave up Mystic Confluence? If I play Good King Mog, I have a 4/4 flying and a bunch of 1/2s. Yeah, no, that seems good. And then Mystic Confluence the next turn would be a lot better. It's also... Oh, wow. William Regal does not have Pyroblast in him. Might not be main decking it, actually. Because tapped Jetmir's Garden to cast Sanguine Evangelist instead of Plains, which you'd only do if you didn't have a red card in hand. Oh, Path on the Good King Mog. Okay. Well, I don't love that. Let's say I have 3 white and 3 blue. I'll get another blue, I guess. I have some looks to find what was that? Oh, Cycle and Dothatrime. I have some looks to find Sunfall here. Not attacking with the Sanguine Evangelist. I feel like William Regal should just attack with everything here. All right. Sure, I'll take 3. That's not bad at all. And land and Surrock as the last card. Oh, no, Surrock's the top card, I guess. Draw. Oh, interesting. So I could play Ugin and exile. Do I want a Jace again here? Or I could ponder first and flip the Jace. But what I could do is I could ponder and then play Ugin. And then I have Jace left to block flip. And if I see Sunfall here, I could do that. Hildebrand, Thraben. No, I don't want this. Staff of the Storyteller. Yeah. The only thing is, it's nice to play Manifold after Ugin, but I don't think that's going to happen. And if I go Ugin, and I think exile the Sanguine Evangelist, because that gives... I don't really care about the Selfless, I don't think. Or maybe I just exile the Selfless, and then this has Battlecry, but... Yeah, these can block. Yeah, let's get the Selfless, actually, because that makes big combats pretty nice for them. And let's gain 3 life and draw a card. Okay, pass the turn. Jace can block and flip for free. Ugin's on 9 loyalty. It's pretty hard to kill. So we got some moves. Okay, map token on Sanguine Evangelist. Reveal 4th Earlingus. Okay, that's fine. Knowing that's coming, it's really not that hard to play around, especially with like Lose Focus. Or Mystic Confluence, but Lose Focus is even nicer because it's only 2 mana. It's like you kind of do tap out to cast 4th. All right, Ugin, I drew my combo, Mana Vault Ugin, and it's working nicely because this Ajani was incredible this game. It just stopped these 3 cards from doing anything for like 5 turns. Sentinel blocks by Jace and a flip. Bat token gets in. Sanguine Evangelist I could block with Cat Warrior. I assume they're attacking me. All right. Well, I want to use the Jace anyway, so I'll block. Jace. Discard staff. I take one, and do you have an answer for Ugin? Are the last cards us getting another counter on that? And Surok, right? That's now the Surok's back. All right. Okay, Teferi can bounce Mana Vault, which is pretty nice. I also have a Jace I can replay something, but let's go Teferi. Bounce Mana Vault, draw a card. Because if I play Mana Vault, it pops Ugin here. Do I want to add mana with Ugin? Do I want to draw a card with Ugin? Adding mana doesn't seem like it does that much. I guess I could play Mana Vault and Hildebrand Manderville. I could make a token. Maybe that's fine. And then I Jace +1. And then the Ugin exiles probably the Surok. But it also might be dangerous to leave up lose focus for 2. But then if he casts 4th for 2, that's not even that bad. All right, so let's add mana. Play Mana Vault. Exile Surok. You can draw a card. And it's a Trampler, which is nice to get rid of. And then here, I mean, do I play Hildebrand Mandeville, or maybe I just play the Felia? That might, I mean, Felia is just a better card. Let's just play it because I want to use my mana here. And +1 Jace. I think the Bat token. Then pass. They can kill my Mana Vault end of turn with Kosali Pridemage if they want. They did not. And then now they're going to cast 4th Eorlingus, and I have Lose Focus or Mystic Confluence. Don't think I can lose this game very easily. Got a bunch of blockers. Can just chump Ocelot Pride if I need to. And then Felia next turn can do some good work too. All right. I think we've stabilized here. Oh, they're just going to attack. Okay. Attack with Sentinel. Making a map to 4/5. I could block with the Cat Warrior, and I can flip a Johnny. And then I'm like 0, make a cat, but I don't have any red permanents, so it doesn't really do that much. Felia attacking doesn't do that much. Sure, I'll take it. I don't think I care too much about taking 4 here. And map token on the bat. Revealing Skyclave Apparition. Sure. And also really just not that scary, honestly. And on my next turn... Oh, a Hex Drinker. All right. Hex Drinker is a pretty big game. Flicker, flicker, flicker. Should I have just countered that? I don't know. Maybe I should have. I've got some things I can do here. Let's see. Let's Jace. Let's plus Teferi. I think I want to Jace the Ponder here. Well, let's actually gain 3 life and draw a card. Okay. Do I want to Jace Ponder? Hold on. Actually, I think I should have just countered the Hex Drinker probably. I didn't really want to use Mystic Confluence there, but it actually seems like that might be good because I think there's a decent chance. I don't really want the Hex Drinker just to be leveled up, and I guess I can't bounce it yet right now. So sure, I'll probably Mystic Confluence it, but let's Jace the Ponder and see if we can find something good. The other thing is finding Sunfall would be really nice. Miscalc, Stock Up, and Chrome Mox. Oh, Chrome Mox, amazing. What a card. Okay, so let's go no shuffle. And I'm wary of of leaving the Mana Vault untapped because of the Qasali Pride Mage here. Let's take Chrome Mox and Fractured Identity. Play Chrome Mox, Ugin triggers, exile Hex Drinker. And do I want to add mana here? I could exile the Hildebrand Manderville. Or I could cast it. And then I'd have Lose Focus up for a decent amount of mana. So let's not exile, because I haven't played a land yet either. Land and I think let's go play Gentleman's Rise. Gentleman? And pass the turn here. And I mean, I could attack with Felia to kill the bat token. I guess the bat token is going to get to attack me. Sure, I'll trade these. It's fine. Felia's not really doing much for me anyways. Oh, didn't block with the Ocelot Pride for the free value? All right, pass the turn. Have Lose Focus up for 4. I have 5 blockers to their 5 attackers. They have 4th Earlingus plus an unknown. They can't really play 4th Earlingus and not get it countered by Lose Focus. If they wanted to cast 4th Earlingus, land 4th Earlingus for 1, I guess would do it. But this is one of the nice kind of games where it's like, I feel like I can't really lose, or at least it's going to be very hard for me to lose, but we still are playing on. Sure. It's going to make my Jace worse, I guess. Not a big deal. Attack with Sentinel. Oh, it's time to take the Sentinel down. Your free map tokens expire now, so let's go. Cat, Zombie, Moogle. I think the extra Moogle's free because, yeah, if they want to kill both Moogles, they can. But they're probably killing... Oh, maybe they'll kill a Zombie and a Moogle or 2 Moogles. They're not really going to kill the cat, I don't think. And I gain some life off this. Why not? All right. And they're using a map token now, I guess. Map on the cat. All right. Revealing a Gleemox. I mean, Gleemox is great. This is not the position for it. Oh, keeping it on top. I see. Interesting. I've got no plays, so let's just take my turn. I mean, I guess I kind of have to worry about getting decked, but I don't think that's a huge concern here. Hildebrand Mandeville doing some work. Jace, Ugin. Yeah, let's gain 3 and draw a card. Ugin's ultimate does nothing for me, but there's Sunfall. All right, that's another option. Just play a land, and I should use my Jace. I was going to say pass the turn, but I guess Jace +1 on Ocelot Pride. Sure. And I don't want to play Hildebrand Manderville because I think there's a chance I want to Sunfall here. I don't care if they line sash a bunch of stuff. What I'm probably going to do, their last card's 4th Earlingus, they're drawing Gleemox. I'll probably just cast Sunfall here. I don't care if they Qasali Pride Mage anything. All right, yeah, there's a Gleemox. Now that I've... All right. They got attacks? They probably have some kind of attack. They could. Line sash is a 4/4, but 1, 2... Yeah, there's like a million things. That's just Sunfall, I think. And I can still counter a post-combat 4th Earlingus. They can Qasali Pride Mage my empty Chrome Mox or my tapped Mana Vault. I'm going to exile some lands. I also have Fractured Identity to turn into a win condition, plus this Sunfall token. The Sunfall token is going to be really big, so... Okay, they got my whole graveyard. They could Pride Mage and get something else too. Yeah, all right. Chromox is down and make a bunch of things. End of turn. Make my 7/7. Got a bunch of counters here. Yeah, I think now's a decent time to untap Mana Vault. Plus Teferi, plus Jace, plus Ugin. And attack for 7. So I've got Mystic Confluence up. Yeah, I feel like, and lose focus, I feel like I can play Hildebrand here. And if this dies, I get to recast the adventure and I can recast it. All right. Is it time? Is it finally time? 4th year Lingus X equals 4. Lose focus with replicate. All right. They played around miscalc. That they sure did. All right, we got game 1 here. All right, sideboard. Despite your excellent performance, Hildebrand, of making tokens that never attacked or blocked, I think I'm going to reward in some red cards once more. And I believe I have to take out one more card. Actually, don't mind Ugin. Their deck's a little more resilient and a little less fast than the mono red deck, so it feels like Ugin's okay. I like most of this stuff. It's possible that I just don't want White Plume on the draw here. I'm just not that good at keeping the initiative. Maybe on the play I might want it, but I don't know. I think like the way a lot of games are going to go, it's not going to end up with me getting to play a 3-mana 3/3 and then never taking combat damage again, or at least consistently winning the combat fight, as it were. Oh, this is a nice hand. Turn 1, Thraben. Turn 2, Island, have up Lose Focus, No More Lies, Clue Crack. And then Sunbillow Verge means that Unholy Heat's going to be on soon enough. So what I don't want to see is a turn 1 Mana Dork, though my teammate has most of those. A turn 1 Ocelot Pride isn't even that bad unless it's followed up by like a Kosali Pride Mage. And certainly turn 1 land Glee Mox into a 2-drop would be not ideal. So any planes is a red source now. And I don't know, 2 1-mana plays, 2 2-mana plays, and then a 7, which is a little out of place, but with 4 good cheap interaction spells, I mean, that kind of gets you to Ugin, or at least buys you some time. All right, turn 1, Giver of Runes. Oh, that's not too bad. So let's just go, well, do I want to do planes? My teammate has the Wasteland, so let's just play the Thraben here off of Sunbillow Verge. If I draw exactly Tundra or Hallowed Fountain, it's, I think, a little better to have played Sunbillow Verge, because then I have blue, red, and white mana up. Okay. The weight on the Unholy Heat. Chrome Mox, pretty good chance that Chrome Mox is going to sit in my hand until either the turn I cast Ugin, because I use Chrome Mox on 6 lands to cast Ugin, or the turn I cast Ugin where I cast Ugin then just play Chrome Mox for 0 to win that way. Surok could be a beating. Yeah, that's the one I didn't want to see. Can't be countered. Okay, pass the turn here. Oh, Surok is going to solo me here. This is disgusting. I need to find Council's Judgment, because now whenever they cast a creature spell, I can't even counter it. Take it, I guess. 12. Okay, Unholy Heat, the Giver of Runes, which draws them a card, and they get to sack Selfless if they want, which they think they should. All right, I'll take that. And then cycle Miscalc. All right, Mana Vault would be an awesome draw. I mean, I've drawn all lands, which wouldn't even have looked that bad from the beginning, but Surok being uncounterable and punishing me for casting counters is so brutal here. Yeah, All right, that card is, I mean, it's been good. I think it'll stay in the cube for a bit. All right, 2 cards in hand. I mean, if I draw Council's Judgment, then maybe I can get there. I think it's worth chumping here to save 2 damage. I don't know, maybe that's an option next turn. I'm certainly glad I chumped if I draw Sunfall or something. Okay. Well, I get to Ugin next turn, so I get to go land Mox, Ugin. I go to 2, but I Ugin the Surok and then gain 3 life and go to 5. If William Regal has 4th Eorlingus, then I do die. I can't. I can lose focus for 4. All right. 1 card in hand. Wow, impressive amount of lands. All right, let's go Chromox. It's Chromox the No More Lies. I think the lose focus is more likely to do something. Play Ugin here. Exile Surok. They draw a card. Gain 3 life and draw a card. All right. Wow, any other 3-drop and I think I win this game pretty easily. Surok, this is interesting. Oh, they didn't have 4th. All right. Attacking me down to 2. If I get it to untap with Ugin, then I like my spot. Dion Bahamut's Dominant. All right. Well, now I like my spot less, but if I find Sunfall, that's money. Let's gain 3 life and draw a card. Sunfall? Wow. I have drawn a lot of lands this game. That is not going to be good for me. All right, well, Surok got me good. Whew, straight up soloed by Surok. All right, on the play, I'll put in the White Plume. Is there any chance I want to cut like a lose focus? Surok is so bad and their spells are so cheap. I think I will. I think Miscalc's better because it cycles. All right, let's try this. Turn 1 White Plume, Chromox, and Mana Vault combined. I'll take that. I'll run this hand. I don't know. It's got a Numeralize on the play with a Mox, which I guess the Mox isn't that good, but I feel like having a counter on the play. This deck has got a pretty good amount of like, there's a Ponder, is Stock Up, Jace, Thraben. These are some good moves. Okay, Unexpectedly Absent, not a bad draw. And has all my colors. They don't want to land. Let's numeralize that. I want to cast my counters before Surok hits. Okay, I've got Absent now. Any stock ups? Oh, White Plume? That was a good draw. That was a good draw. All right. Let's see if White Plume with Absent backup can do the trick here. Pass the turn. And there's a chance that I might want to just scry, but we'll see what Senor Regal plays here. If it's a Surok, then yeah, I'd rather just go to 5/5. Scrying to find spells here could be good, but I already have 1 spell, and Forge into Trap is so much damage. You hit him for 5, then you trap him down to 10. Okay. Oh, is this... If I'm getting pathed here, that kind of answers the question for me. Sanguine Evangelist would be kind of bad. Oh, that's not bad at all. Because now I can just go to Forge, put the counters on this, draw a counter spell. Oh, Thraben's also not bad. Because White Plume untaps for God knows what reason, I can attack with this. Land Thraben here. Pass the turn, and then White Plume untaps. And I've got Absent up, so I feel pretty good about this. I think I am going to get pathed. Oh, Ousted. Okay. That one's not so bad at all. Let's Absent here for 1. Don't think I want to see that till next turn. And I guess the map token can kind of get them there. Let's see what this is. Lauren. Oh, that's pretty good. Killing the clue means I don't get to play. I would get to play the white plume this turn. All right, well, I'm locked into trap. All right. Killing that clue is sick. I need to draw a spell this turn. Doesn't really count. I'm just going to keep it in hand because of Ugin. Pass the turn. All right. Well, no, maybe I shouldn't keep it. Well, I also like well, what I mean by keeping it in hand for Ugin is I want it to help cast Ugin. It doesn't need to help cast much else. And, okay. If this is a big 4th Earlingus, then yeah, I guess I lose. Adeline? Oh, that one's okay. It's going to take the initiative here, but I can take the initiative back with... just going to reveal the Sentinel. I can take the initiative back with my white plume. Yeah, I really needed last turn to be something. And what is this? 4th for 1. So they're going to get the Monarch too. That I can't stop them. Well, this is a pretty good turn for them. All right, let's block the token. I'm going to get to shuffle. So next turn I white plume, I draw a card, and I'm really close to casting or to getting to the end of the dungeon. All right, draw a white plume. I'm going to draw a card because I go to the archives here. This is painful. I guess I'll just play the Mana Vault now. Pass the turn. Sunfall there would have been so sick. Okay. And what is this? Springheart and Antuco on Human Knight, but no land. All right. Block. I think I take it. Well, let's see. I could block no, I think I blocked this to knock off the Springheart because I think Sunfall is one of the better draws for me. But I need to draw something pretty fast here. Or scrying too, yeah, sure, that makes sense given the circumstances. I mean, Mystic Confluence, or the thing is, keeping the white plume is good if I draw Teferi, because I could Teferi the white plume and replay it and go to Throne, which doesn't necessarily win me the game because it's not like I have a ton of creatures in my deck. Okay. Ugin here would, I think, actually get me right back into the game. I gotta hope to draw it. Ugin, Mystic Confluence. Not a whole lot else, like a Stalk Up or something. This is where Headliner Scarlet would have been good. Yeah, Lotus for the double spell was tough, because without that, it would have been a little bit easier. Anointed Peacekeeper. So they're supposed to just name Ugin, I think. Though that wouldn't be that bad, because I could just still cast it with this Mana Vault. Oh, Mana Vault? This doesn't do anything against Mana Vault, but okay. Ugin, Sunfall. Okay, I mean, Good King Mob is not the worst card in the world. Let's play the Tarn here. It's got flying and lifelink. Okay. I mean, I guess I can crack Tarn on my upkeep if I want, get my Tundra. It's an enchantment though, so yeah, they snapped that one off. All right. Attack with these. Double block the lifelinker, chump here. I'm just kind of doing this because if I draw Mystic Confluence, I think it's better to have more creatures in play. Okay. Do I sack Tarn? I go to 6. I don't think it's worth the thinning to do that. All right. Any Ugins? Planes. So I'm at 9. Block. All right, not technically dead. Yeah, that was unfortunate. I did keep a land heavy hand. I'm not gonna claim otherwise, but I don't think I've drawn particularly great from there. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess I kept a 5-lander. Yeah, it's getting close. All right. Yeah, they should attack with everything. I don't think Ugin does it anymore. Sunfall might. Chump Adeline. Block Loran. I take 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I gain 2. All right. 2. And they're drawing. I mean, Sunfall would at least, I think, still probably doesn't do it, but at least gets a little closer. Their Ocelot Pride counter all their tokens. Nice. All right, well, so he goes. All right, round 3. That was a tough round. Surok got me so good. Yeah, playing against blue-black here. And I've got to watch out for Tishana's Tidebinder. Kaito and True Name Nemesis. They mulled to 6. I've got Absent to hopefully get me to Fractured here. Oh, I was kind of hoping it would be Curtains because that's a really good one to unexpectedly Absent. Yeah, let's just ponder. Felia and 2 lands. Nope. Oh, no more lies is not bad. Okay. I think making sure I get my ponder going was good. All right, and then now, ooh, Good King Mog. That's not bad either. Because this is more of a blue-black mid-range deck. They do have Persist in their deck, but they are a bit more on that. All right, Concealing Curtains. I think X equals 1, so 2 turns from now, the curtains come back. It's curtains for you. And I could even counter it if I need to. All right, curtains is gone forever. Baraglyph. I could have waited, but I think just counter and wanted to like maybe fractured it or something. I think just countering it and playing Good King Mog is going to be my plan. All right, I've got one thing left. I've got Fracture Identity, assuming Good King Mog gets dealt with somehow, but it's pretty hard to deal with this too effectively. It's 3 cards in 1-ish. And if they play a big thing and I fractured it, I think I'm in great shape, especially since that would even give me another Good King Mog trigger, but we'll have to see. Drawing like stock up next would be awesome, or a counterspell. Just not a land. It's the only thing I don't want to draw. Okay, it's not the only thing I don't want to draw. I could play this as a 1/2 lifelink because it would trigger a Good King Mog, but I don't think I want to do that. If I draw Ugin, that might be better. Let's go. I have nothing. I'm just trying to make them think I have A, something to play, and B, wanted to leave my mana up. Tidebinder, okay. Am I getting Fallen Shinobi or Kaito'd here? Probably don't make that play otherwise. All right, I don't have anything. Let's see which one it is. Shinobi. Well, don't hit Ugin. Just hit some counterspells or something. Hit Eagle's Subtlety? Okay. Yeah, it's actually not that bad. That wasn't well above average hit, but it didn't hit the Ugin or the Sunfall. Though I guess Sunfall wouldn't have even been like amazing. Okay. Now I'm going to draw a land after that. I knew it. I don't know why, I just knew it. Land. Fractured Identity. the Eagles, I think. Copy a token. I'll mark each of plus until the first strike. Chromox. Copy an Eagles because it's a token. I mean, this is kind of money, honestly. No imprint. But now I attack for 12 first strike here. And I have 3 blockers back for Fallen Shinobi. And then next turn, Good King Mog is going to pop on these Moogle tokens. All right. This actually worked out really well. I don't know what they're going to have to get out of this, but it's not going to be easy, I don't think. Kaito's not going to do it. Fallen Shinobi does not look very close. They have a Tidebinder in hand. I guess they can stop the Good King Mog from putting counters on my stuff, but it doesn't look like it's going to work out. Oh, okay. I'll just double block here, I guess. Yeah, they were done. Playing in blue-black mid-range. I don't know that I want the burn spells, though. Headliner Scarlet's kind of nice. I mean, Bolt and Heat are good at stopping Ninja, but Hildebrand as an instant speed play is not that bad. I kind of think I'll just keep it the way it is for now. Hope I don't end up with mana difficulties. All right. Well, I'm definitely going to keep this hand. This is a hand where Chrome Mox would be really nice. Okay, concealing curtains. Because I've got lots of 2s and 3s, and it'd be nice to be able to kind of get them out ahead of schedule, though it doesn't look like that's happening. So here, I think I just play the Jace here, because I'm going to get curtains next turn. Leaving up counters doesn't seem like a winning play against that. And I do need to find lands, but the curtains is probably going to help me find a land, assuming they flip it here, which I assume they're going to. I have 6 spells in my hand. The 2 mana counters, 2 3 mana plays, and then like a 7 and a Hildebrand, but I don't think the Hildebrand's getting taken. So we'll see what they do here. Oh, Mana Vault. Oh, that Ugin is coming soon. All right. Don't mind losing white WPA. I didn't really have a good window to play it and not lose the initiative anyways. Land. I'm just going to Council's Judgment, the Revealing Eye here. They have ninjas in their deck. I don't know. He spends my mana nicely. Pass. If they want to Tidebinder my Jace, I don't mind that. Jace isn't doing anything all that exciting here. If they keep mana up, I could consider. They could consider. I could consider not using Jace. I don't have an obvious card to discard. I mean, I guess, well, no, I do. Hildebrand. But if I drew the Godless Shrine, drawing Hildebrand wouldn't be bad. Oh, Metamorphosis Fanatic. That's funny. There's some situations where considering into this is really good, but usually on the other person's turn. I'm kind of sensing a Tidebinder. Let's just wait. Island. I think I say go. This way I have double counter up, and I also have next turn I can potentially Ugin. Cycle Unearth. It's also acceptable. I don't really have double counter. I guess that's a bit of a fake out. I have counter plus cycle or cast lose focus for more. All right, let's loot. Yeah. Cast with replicate. And no, they can't really counter this because the replicate copy happens even if they counter to lose focus, so they'd have to have a 0 mana counter to be able to stop it. Okay, Jace, draw. Let's just discard Hildebrand. I don't know. It's not really doing too much for me. Ooh, Occult Epiphany is kind of interesting. Let's play the land. Let's just pass the turn here. I have Occult Epiphany for a bunch end of turn to maybe draw to counter. It's not going to be the best Occult Epiphany because I don't want to discard Ugin or Mana Vault, so I am going to just get to keep one card, but we'll see what they do. If they cast something that I can miscalc, that would also be a fine thing to do. Persist the Metamorphosis Fanatic. Okay. Get back Tidebinder. So just getting back basically a 3/3 and a 3/2. Okay. I'm kind of sensing a counter over there, so let's see if this draws it out. Occult Epiphany for 4. Yeah, good. Mana Drain. Well, all right. I got some mana. Let's... the Jace is going to flip either way, so I don't get 2 loot, so I should just draw first. All right, and... do I want to draw with Jace? I actually still don't know that I do, because I can go Mana Vault, Ugin, exile their 3/3, draw a card. Oh, do they have a counter? No, they did not. Gain 3 life and draw a card. And play this tapped, I think. And block. Or maybe I shouldn't have played it at all, actually, because I had the Jace. I'm going to block with Jace and then flip Jace here so I don't get Fallen Shinobi'd. I mean, they have a lot of mana now, but let's see how they use it. If they have like Archon or something sick. From the Catacombs, my White Plume. All right. All right, so they take the initiative. Then they take the initiative again. That's pretty good. And I'm going to go to Forge and Forge on the Tidebinder. Okay. Do they have a way to kill this Jace as well? I have Subtlety that I can pitch cast here if I need to, but it has not come up yet. I mean, Ugin's pretty powerful. We'll see if I can Ugin my way out of this. I still have a Chrome Mox defined as a trigger. Okay, attacking Ugin, block, Jace, and now discard the miscalc, I guess. Okay, oops. So they just have 6 is what happened. All right, so Mana Vault's not getting untapped. Draw. Ponder. Okay. So I have Jace as well. So I could add mana with Ugin. And then I could cast Good King Mog and still have up Subtlety. I could minus Jace on something. I could just plus Jace, though that doesn't seem quite as exciting. They have 4 mana. They also have another from the Catacombs coming if they get 1 more card in their graveyard. They have 3 cards in hand. Okay, getting Subtlety out sounds pretty good, so... But I could Ponder first, because there's a couple cards that I would really like to play. Johnny Island Plants, interesting. I mean, the Johnny actually doesn't sound terrible. If I shuffle, I can't have Subtlety up. Unless I draw a land. But this is 2 lands and a Johnny. No, I'm going to shuffle, I think. Just drew the Johnny anyway. All right, well, that I think changes how I want to do things. Let's just gain 3 life and draw a card. Okay, now I drew the land. So the land, and I think I'm just going to play a Johnny and leave up Subtlety. And plus Jace on the white plume, because that way I can just block the Tidebinder. All right, pass the turn and hope they play something for me to subtlety, but even if they don't, I can just also cast it end of turn. Okay, so what are they getting here? They're getting trap. Well, that's not so bad. I'm at 22. Okay. Johnny blocks white plume. Cat blocks Tidebinder. If they lead on something, I don't want to play subtlety to block the white plume either. I guess that's not even an option. I'm attacking Ugin. I don't care about Ugin losing 5 loyalty. Okay. It's not like the ultimate does anything, and they're not that close to killing it. So yeah, that seems fine. If they just do nothing, I'm just going to play the subtlety. They can't from the catacombs here. If they have a counter, then I can Good King Mog. I can also maybe Jace like that Occult Epiphany at some point, or Ponder. I don't know. I got some options, I feel like. Let's see what they got. Nothing? All right, let's just cast Subtlety. Okay, no counter. White Plume gets to untap their Tidebinder. Take damage off that again. Island. All right. Now I think I just gain 3 and draw a card. Tundra. If I just attack with Subtlety, use a rule spell on it, and then what do? I could Jace Council's Judgment, yeah, and then play Good King Mog. All right, let's attack with Subtlety first here. I am still worried about this Catacombs, but not much I can do about it right now. I kind of assume they're killing this thing. No? All right. Let's take the initiative, I guess. And now I actually really need to go see what they had. All right, I was looking at what counters they had, and it actually looks like Spell Pierce might be the most relevant one. So let's just Council's Judgment here, because I can Good King Mog second, and that way I can't get Spell Pierced. Tidebinder. It's gonna get eaten here. Oh, okay. I'm getting Spell Pierced. Yeah, I'll pay. Kill the Tidebinder. And pass the turn. If they have a flyer, they can take it back. No, no flyer. So they can take it back from the Catacombs, and they could get back. Oh no. Oh no. No, no, no. Not like this. Discard to Archon? Oh, I hope not. That's going to be tough if so. I mean, I guess a Woodfall Primus? That's even worse than Archon. I was going to say, I guess I have Ugin. Well, I guess we'll see. From the Catacombs, get back Woodfall Primus, draw a card, kill Ugin. Then I get to Jace. I also have Fractured Identity in my deck that would be really good. Yeah. And I'm fresh out of Council's Judgments, but I think I'll have enough blockers for the Woodfall Primus that's not that big of a deal. All right. As long as they don't have a way to kill the Subtlety, it's not so bad. And now from the Catacombs, at least, it's relatively out of gas. Attacking my Jace. Just block with this. Flip my Ajani. No chance of a red permanent this game. Okay. Any Fractured Identities? No, another land, huh? I could Jace and let's see. Occult Epiphany for 3. Is that better than pondering? Probably. X equals 3. Discard Chromox, land, and I think no more lines. I'd rather just get 3 tokens. Land, play Good King Mog here. Make 2 more tokens. Make a cat. Attack with subtlety. Chump with Malcolm. All right. Could not stop that. And they didn't seem to have anything. All right. Well, they get to look. They get about a 50-50 of getting an Archon into play here. And they did not hit Archon. They hit Baleful Strix. Well, they could also draw Archon here. I just cast it. Then that would be bad, though. At some point, I maybe will draw Fracture Identity. Also, Eagles giving my whole squad +1/+0 is not so bad. Oh, no, here's the Archon. All right. Yeah, Archon of Cruelty. All right, discard. Sacrifice a creature or planeswalker. I think I sacrificed the Spirit token. Discard Island. Moogle seems maybe slightly better. I don't know. Woodfall Primus. Killing my Ajani. They're at 24. If I play Eagles, give all my creatures first strike. I don't think I even have a great attack, so let's see. What if I block this, this, this? I can block with all of them, all the tokens, and then I lose 2 Moogles, a cat, and a spirit, and I'm left with a spirit, and then I can make Ajani tokens. Or I could block with Good King Moogle and just lose that. So basically, would I rather lose these 3 tokens or Good King Mog? I don't have a non-creature spell to play right now, which is kind of unfortunate. Though if I did, I'll still have a spirit token at the end. So basically, I'd lose a Good King. No, I should. I think this is better. Basically, I lose cat, 2 tokens, or probably 2 spirit tokens and 2 lifelink tokens. Or I lose this plus a tokens. Basically, would I rather have Good King Mog or 4 tokens? And I think Good King Mog is better. All right. Or I could just let Ajani die. That's probably better, honestly. It's making 1 token a turn. Whatever. Ajani can die. It's all good. All right. Fracture Identity for that Archon, and then we win the game. Mystic Confluence would also be sick. All right. Not land. Okay. I can cast Eagles. I mean, I will cast it. It doesn't really do anything. And I could take the initiative by attacking with... No, we're not doing that. All right, let's just pass the turn. Okay, so they're back at the start. It's been a brutal 2 turns of draws, unfortunately. I needed to find a little bit more. The Occult Epiphany didn't quite get me there. I still think Fractured might make this game winnable. I can block down the Archon. I mean, it's not nothing. Obviously, they have From the Catacombs, so I don't really want to do that. I guess I actually should just even played my land, because they're just going to attack with Archon. You don't attack with Woodfall Primus? Oh, you attack with everything. Okay, that makes more sense. Sack a cat. Discard this. How do I want to do this? Block, 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 chump, take 4. All right. Obviously, I'm not playing around anything. White Plume untapping a creature is just so dumb. I get that that's the card in my deck, but still, like, oh, Enduring Curiosity, sure. I mean, draw as many cards as you want, I guess. Maybe I should untap this Mana Vault. I do to gain 2 life here. And what are they going to kill? Everything but a Moogle token or everything but a Spirit token? I guess everything but a Moogle token. They draw a card. And on my turn, I have 1 land left in my deck, I think. 6/7 Barrowglyph. Nice. Well, hope they untap Archon here, because a lot of my win comes from Fracture Identity and that Archon. Oh, they've completed the dungeon. They untap everything. All right. Draw. Well, that's neat. All right, all right. Going to game 3 here. Malcolm 2. All right, I guess I'm fine to put in some of these. Put those in. And put in the Sunbillow Verge. I need to cut 2 cards then if I wanted to do this. Oh, Hildebrand is 1 for sure. And a Godless Shrine, but I took an extra planes. I always do that. Dude, this thing needs to chill. Magic Online, quit the program. What do I need to want to cut? It's not crazy to consider cutting a Johnny. Wait, but I did cut an extra land. This is 14 land, so this is... So I actually do need another land in. Hold on, let me see. I have 1... Because I now have 14 land plus Chrome Mox, Eagles, and Mana Vault. You gotta be kidding me. What is going on? Lightning Bolt, chill out. Okay. This is 41. It could be that I don't want the Unholy Heat and just want the Bolt, but actually Unholy Heat late in the game can maybe kill Archon or Woodfall Primus. I want the counter, stock up. You know, it's possible Sunfall is actually not really what I want here. All right. Let's run that. Oh, I had a lot of heavy hitters left in my deck at the end of that game. Could have had a couple turns, a bunch of turns where one of them would have been good. All right, on the play here. All right. Get to go turn 1 cycle, get Tundra, turn 2 Felia, turn 3 stock up. Seems reasonable. Felia is not the best card in my deck, in this matchup especially, but I don't think this hand's worthy of mulling. Oh, no. No. All right, well, plain cycle, Tundra. Play Tundra, pass the turn. That can actually get Mountain, so you got that. Okay, they didn't have turn on Malcolm at least. I gotta watch out for Tidebinder with this Scalding Tarn. Oh my god, True Name Nemesis. Alright, I guess I lose. Damn. Rough week, huh? I don't think I can win by pitch casting Subtlety on that. That's my only cards in hand, and then I lose the next thing. And then now I don't have an answer to this. Well, I guess we'll stock up here. Sure, let's pick up Unholy Heat. No more lies. Yep. Wow, so this is the second game where I'm getting soloed by 1 3-drop. Surak did that in the earlier game. It just took me from what I thought was like a pretty great position to almost couldn't win in one turn. And now True Name, like, yeah, I've got a bunch of interaction here, but I'm going to get True Named. Brutality, sure. My hand is not particularly... Are they going to unearth that thing now? Oy. Let's see there. How's my team doing at least? We're up 6-4, so we just need... We're locked to tie, and if me or Dark Poet Bill win, we win. Or persist. Unearth, yeah. And me without my Sunfall. The headliner Scarlet was the Sunfall, as we know. So that's the one that would have gotten me there. I mean, if I can find Fracture Identity like next turn, is that enough? I take 10. No, I'm just dead. I can't beat True Name here. Good beats. All right, this was a solid deck. I mean, look, I had no busted card. Like, my best card was a White Plume, and this is not a good White Plume deck. So, like, the best card in my deck for this deck probably was, like, I don't know, they're all kind of the same. Like, yeah, sure, like, Fractured or Stock Up are, like, one of the more high-impact cards. I had a bunch of 2-mana counters. I had Mana Vault and Chrome Mox. I had one cantrip. I had some good high-impact spells. Ugin was pretty good that draft, so was Good King Mog. I mean, one of the things that you can take out of a draft like that, where I went 1-2, wasn't great. Well, what cards did well? And Ugin and Summon Good King Mog both did pretty well. And let's take a look at the draft, see what other directions I could have gone. I mean, here, you got to take Mana Vault here. I don't think it's responsible to take Skull Clamp or Memory Lapse or Spell Pierce. As much as I like all these cards, Mana Vault's just too good. It's just busted acceleration. I also like Stock Up over Flooded Strand. Even if you wanted to be a more assertive deck because of the Mana Vault, I think you still just take Flooded Strand at that point. I don't think any of the other cards are powerful enough to justify. I think taking Key when you have Stock Up, Mana Vault, and have I would assume a pretty good chance of wheeling PO. The fact that hasn't wheeled a couple times means maybe the card's great. Maybe everyone's competing for it. What else could I have taken here? Is there a reasonable other pick, honestly? Like, I think Key's better than Star. I don't think you're supposed to take Winds of Abandon there. That seems kind of crazy to me. I don't think you're supposed to take the PO there because I think that's like 85-90% to wheel and Key will not. If you could really take Greaves if you wanted and force Nadu, I don't know. And then here, I think Fractured over Lutri and Pyroblast is just a good idea, given you have Mana Vault and Stock Up. I don't know, those go pretty nicely. And now because of that, I take Hallowed. I guess here, if I had taken Lutri or Pyroblast, I could have maybe talked myself into a Braid. But Hallowed was a nice pickup. And then here, yeah, here I could have taken Get Lost. I mean, I still thought I was wheeling Paradoxical Outcome. So I took Pinnacle Emissary for that reason. I could see Get Lost or maybe Thundering Falls justifiably. And then here, there is a world where you take Thundering Falls and then you take Pyrogoyf. Especially if you went like Pyroblast or Braid, Thundering Falls, Pyrogoyf. That actually is a pretty legit place to go. But I think Upheaval, given where I thought I was at, makes sense. And then Staff made sense too. Staff ended up playing, and that was good. I guess the blue-red deck takes Ketria Triumph there. And then Candelabra or Rust. I didn't try to defend it there. I'm not going to try to defend it now. I just love Candelabra. It's like one of my favorite cards. Obviously, the Oust would end up way better at the end. And then Stomping Grounds, kind of a hate draft over Descendant, sure. Eagles, Hated Sin. Yeah, I mean, these are all reasonable. And then here, I mean, I think you open Mystic Confluence, you take Miscalc over Daze and Subtlety, and then wheel the Subtlety. It's also Path. Maybe I could have taken Path. So I think the biggest thing I could have done is just gone into Blue-White a little earlier, but I don't really think it makes sense to take anything. No, it's totally fine to take Get Lost or Thundering Falls here. I don't think that was that big of a deal. Obviously, taking Oust over Candelabra would have let me have one more good playable. Because then I just took Miscalc, Mystic Confluence, Teferi, White Plume, and I didn't really try to draft artifacts anymore. I still took the Ugin because I think it was better than Teferi would have been. Ugin's just a really strong card. It eats their best thing and then it has 9 loyalty, and you draw a card and gain 3. And if you have any other colorless cards, it just goes nuts. And then No More Lies, then Tundra. Yeah, we were pretty dialed in here. And then it's hard to evaluate other paths once you get to pack 2 because the cards other people would have taken would be different. Pack 1's the only pure one. And then open kind of bad, open Chromox, second pick Scalding Tarn, third pick mediocre Felia. Yeah, I've had two drafts this week where pack 3 was really disappointing. So hopefully that trend doesn't continue. Well, that's a 1-2. Really close games though. So this one felt different than say a 1-2 where I got lucky in one match and my other 2 matches get crushed. This one I feel like I lost 2 close game 3 matches were some close games where things I drawn a little differently, things could have gone differently. So that'll do it for today. Tomorrow I'll be back, more Magic. Maybe this time I'll rack up some wins. We'll see. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel and you won't miss a single draft.